This woman is a bit weird. Her last 9 boyfriends were all black, and her current boyfriend is no exception. She tells each one of them, "You're my first black boyfriend." One day, she invited Mark to meet her parents. Mark was a little nervous, afraid that her parents might not like him because he's black. But his girlfriend assured him that her family wasn't racist, so Mark hesitantly agreed. Her family lived in a remote but spacious house with a gardener and a maid. As soon as they arrived, her parents came out to greet them. They didn't discriminate against Mark at all. In fact, they were very warm and welcoming from the start. The father took Mark on a tour of the house. In the kitchen, he saw a black maid whose smile was eerie. It reminded him of the black gardener who had also stared at him strangely, which made him a bit scared. Even stranger, his girlfriend's parents were extremely friendly to him and constantly observed his every move. When the father noticed Mark's nicotine cravings, he said the mother was a hypnotist who could help him quit smoking through hypnosis. Mark declined, of course. They then invited Mark to attend a party the next day. The maid, who was pouring water, seemed to recall something upon hearing about the party. The mother quickly sent her away. That night, Mark couldn't sleep as he pondered the odd events of the day. He got up and went to the yard, where an even more bizarre thing happened. Suddenly, he saw a figure running towards him at high speed. As the person got closer, Mark finally made out who it was, the black manservant. He dashed past Mark and ran straight into the nearby woods. Mark was stunned by the scene. He turned around to find the maid standing by the window, staring intently at him. Terrified, he hurried back to his room. But as soon as he entered the hall, his girlfriend's mother called out to him. She warmly invited Mark to sit down for a chat, which he couldn't refuse. During their conversation, she expressed her desire to use her hypnotic abilities to help Mark quit smoking. Mark didn't believe it, and the mother didn't elaborate further. She then started asking about his childhood experiences. As Mark slowly described them, the woman listened quietly while stirring her coffee. What happened next was bizarre. As he spoke, Mark unknowingly began to shed tears, and his body grew restless and anxious. When the unfortunate memories had covered his face with tears,